So you're thinking about buying in Easton Park. Well, in this video, we're going to learn everything we can about Brookfield's urban homes, the lowest priced homes in Easton Park. We're going to get after it right now. Hey, Daniel here. If you're thinking about buying property in Easton Park, be sure to subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn when I upload a new video. You know, before switching to real estate, I was a teacher for 10 years. I was a band director, but my values and ideals haven't changed since then. Hard work, effective communication, honesty, and putting other people's interests above my own is still really important to me. So it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Be happy to help you make that smooth move to Easton Park. So looking at the Brookfield urban homes or detached condos, we have 8 floor plans. I apologize for the sounds if they're bleeding through new construction neighborhood, right? Anytime I record outside, I'm liable to be near someone building a house. So I apologize if that's coming in through pretty loud. So we have 8 plans, all are 2 to 3 bedroom. You can kind of see the pricing here. These are the starting prices. And you can find this on the Easton Park website. Just look at live here, new build, and then the urban homes are what they call them. But they have 8 different plans. Now, with these detached condos, you cannot design them yourself, nor can you reserve a lot and ask, I want this specific home built there. The lot's going to have a pre-plan, we're building this home here, and there's no customization. There's basically 4 different layouts that they do as far as like carpet, tile, that type of thing, faucets, that you kind of choose one of 4, and then that's it. So not a lot of customization available with these, just be aware of that. As opposed to other Brookfield homes or other homes in general in Easton Park, you do have a lot more options in the design center if you want to go that route. Looking at the 10 homes they currently have available, all of these are completed in July, June area, so they're actually not complete right now, so I can't tour them today. But so you can get a sense of the price range. It's a 2-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,100 square foot home, priced at $317. Brookfield 2.5, $327. The cheapest 3-bedroom that they currently have is right here. This is the Brooklyn floor plan 369. Is what it's currently priced at. Again, everything's negotiable in this market, and I know that Brookfield right now, their incentives is 4% of the purchase price can be used to pay off closing costs and to buy that rate down. So if you want a lower interest rate, you can definitely get that much lower going with their preferred lender. Just so you can see the map here. So what we're looking at, I really like Brookfield's map that they have, their interactive map. It's one of the best, in my opinion, of the 5 builders in Easton Park. Over here is Union Park East, and we have our sales center, model homes, the Union, which is the amenity center with the 2 infinity pools, dog park, food truck, all of that's over here. So this is built out. As you can see, it's all red, all sold. Over here is Union Village, and this is where they're currently building their urban homes, their detached condos. So these are where those that we just saw are available, that are going to be built, finished in the summer, June, July. And then all of these are their future lots to be released. Okay. Now, it'd be worthwhile if you are thinking of buying in Easton Park and you want to go the detached condo route. For me, location is everything. The lot placement is sometimes more important than the actual floor plan. So if you did want to do that, definitely reach out and we could see if you could potentially hold on to, like, I want this corner lot, right? Or I want, well, you probably don't want these lots because the back of it's going to be facing Ariza, which is a apartment building, right? So probably not ideal here. Here would be a little bit better, but again, Finial Drive is going to have more traffic. So it's definitely worthwhile reaching out earlier rather than later if you're thinking about doing this in the next couple of years, just to see, what are our options? Can we reserve this corner lot that's going to be quietly situated in the middle there? Those types of questions. But yeah, so let's go check out the neighborhood and check out some of the model homes. So before showing you the lots that are available, I did want to show you what this section of Easton Park looks like, just so you can get a sense of the exterior of these buildings and kind of what it's looking out to. So right now I'm just walking down one of the inner paths between two rows of buildings. As you can see, the front doors are facing out to this middle section. A lot of the floor plans here have patios that are upstairs, and all of the floor plans are 2-story. And then you can see kind of the fencing in between, so that's someone's back patio with the rocks in between there. Not all of them have rocks, just majority. I have seen some that do have the grass next to it. And then we see we kind of have this common area in the middle here. But definitely community driven. Everyone's kind of looking at each other here. The doggy bag, and then a little pavilion there. So now you kind of have a sense of what these condos look like and how they operate. We're going to now go to the open lots so you can get a sense of what that area looks like where they're currently building. So normally this part of the video, I would be touring some of the current inventory, but the current inventory is actually right there. You see the green buildings right there. They're not ready, right? Like I said earlier in the video, they're being built. They'll be finished in June, July in the earliest. So I am gonna take you on a tour of a couple of the model homes, but just so you can see the area that's going to be built and get a sense of it, I'm gonna just kind of pan around and show you where I am. So, and I'm actually gonna zoom in a little, make it a little bit easier for you. So those, like I said, are what's currently being built. All of this empty lot area is what will be built in the future. That's Ariza, the apartment complex right there. So we are on the outskirts right next to that. So all those homes that you can see being, the foundation being structured, those are going to be facing Ariza, so not great lots there. We have some that are already built right here, these 4. But all of this open area is just going to be more homes. And then over here is Newton Collins Elementary. So lots of areas still to be built out here. I would say roughly 70 lots. Should be done probably in the next couple of years. And then who knows when they're going to start opening the condos again. At some point, they're going to find a spot south of Slaughter, but they haven't even started building Slaughter yet. So it could be 5 years, 10 years in the future. I really have no idea. So these could be the last 70 condos that we see new construction for sale in quite a few years. So if that is something you're looking for, obviously there's always going to be resale. People are going to move, sell their homes. But if you're looking for a new construction condo, there's about 70 lots available. Cool. All right, let's go check out 2 of the models so you can get a sense of what the inside floor plan looks like. So here we are in front of the model homes. Like I said, they don't have any inventory homes currently available to tour. These homes are getting bought up pretty quick because they are the lowest priced ones, and you still get entry into Easton Park with them. So we are going to check out these 2 model homes. This first model home is the Berkley floor plan. It's a 2-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,456, did I get that right? Yes, I did. 1,456 square feet. So let's go check that out. Nice large front patio area. Now obviously they're gonna go all out with staging and upgrades because it's a model home. So mainly focus on the layout, right? They're not gonna mess with the dimensions. So we have our living room off to the right. Raised ceiling, which I like compared to the rest of the house, right? So that ceiling fan isn't in the way. Looks like they went with luxury vinyl plank flooring here. I apologize if there's music going on because it's a model home, so hopefully your ears aren't being attacked right now. Like that we have the sink facing out, so this would face out to, you know, the neighborhood, like I showed you, the middle walkway where the communal area is. I also like that you have an open island, no sink in it, so plenty of countertop space because of that. Pantry. And then before we go outside, we have our half bath over here, pretty good size. Again, the upgrade. Did you actually get the cabinet or is it just a pedestal? I'd be curious to see what that actually comes with because you can't customize these, right? So it's kind of what comes with the home. Storage underneath the stairs, which is really important for a smaller house to have that extra space. Now we're going to go outside as we So pretty large back patio covered, I should say side patio. And then this is looking really nice. Realistically, it would be those big rocks just all here, okay? So, you know, that's definitely a problem with these is if you have a dog, right, it needs to be outside, you can put things out there, fake grass and such, but it's a little tricky, especially if you have a big dog. You know, we do have a dog park, and obviously you can take him on walks, but you just don't have the easiness of going to your backyard, letting him do his business and coming back inside. So something to think about. Okay, let's check out upside. So that would just be the garage door, but because it's a model home, they have offices in there. So we have this landing upstairs. Quite a bit of extra space actually for this landing. And then coming into the master bedroom. I love when they do the extra windows up there, just adds a ton of natural light. And then we do have an upstairs patio, which is pretty common. Obviously it depends on the floor plan, but it's a nice little extra quiet area. You know, obviously not the greatest views, you're still in a condominium, but you're getting a little bit of light compared to downstairs where there's not a lot of sunshine. I also like that you have the entrance from the landing, but then also your own entrance from your bedroom. So if you want to wake up in the morning, go outside if it's a nice day, have a cup of coffee, read a book, it's nice that it's just seamlessly right there. Here's the master bathroom. Again, decent size. The walk-in shower. Coming back out to the landing, I like that they put these little nooks here. So we have this like pressed in area so you can put shelving in here. They're really giving you a lot of opportunity to not feel like you're in a tight home because it is a small house, right? But there's a lot of little spots like that, and then the storage underneath the stairs to where you can store things, you can organize in this small space and still enjoy, you know, this landing area, and it doesn't just become storage space, if that makes sense. Here's the second bathroom upstairs, just a single sink. This does come with a bathtub, and again, natural light coming in, which is fantastic. I enjoy Brookfield, I think does that with all their homes. Just natural light coming into the bathroom. Really makes a difference. Here we have our washer dryer, utility closet. No cabinets, just the shelf above. Right next to the guest bedroom, so potentially could be an issue if you're doing laundry at night. And then, again, lots of natural light coming in here. This is really smart how they have this pushed out area so you can have your own desk in here because this room is not that big, right? This is I think this is a twin bed, maybe a full-size bed, but they strategically put it here to make this room not feel small, but it's definitely quite small. So an adult living in here would feel a little cramped. But yeah, there you go, there's the Berkley. So let's go over and check out their second model home. So here we are next door. This is the Brooklyn floor plan. This is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,562 square foot floor plan. So let's go check this one out. Definitely gonna feel very different having 3 bedrooms instead of 2, but only about 100 more square feet. Front patio looks about the same. So right off the bat, this feels much more open, this floor plan. We have this dining table here, dining area. Kitchen's different layout, right? It's more inside the home, so the sink isn't looking out in the window, it's in the island. You still have quite a bit of space on the island though. I feel like this countertop's deeper, I'm not sure, but it seems like there's more space with the countertop on the sides. Tons of cabinets. Pantry, that would be your garage, but it's an office for the model home. Yeah, pretty similar style for their half bath. And then we have storage again underneath the stairs. And then our living area, lots of natural light coming in. Kind of situated looking at the stairs, very different style. And then this would be the side yard. Obviously, this is a corner lot and it's a model home, so they're keeping it nice and open, but this would be fenced off. But it's a question of, do we have grass or, is it stone like the other one? Like I said, most of them are stone. Some do have grass though. So if that's really important to you, just make sure you contact someone early. If you want to contact me, that's great, but whoever it is, contact someone early to figure out, hey, I really want one of those condos, but I want grass. Because it might be this one lot has grass and it's going to be snatched up like that if you're not paying attention, kind of thing. So worth asking, definitely worth talking to someone early instead of waiting until you're ready to buy and there's not what you want available, if that makes sense. Going upstairs now. Sorry for the shakiness of the camera. To the right here is the primary bedroom. And I've been in this floor plan before and I'm not the biggest fan. I'll tell you why in a second. So dual vanity, walk-in shower. Bathroom's great. It's not too tight. It's a pretty good sized bathroom. No natural light in the bathroom, which I'm not a big fan of. Prefer to have a window. Here's your closet. This is my beef with it, is how we enter this bedroom. So here's the bedroom. And you can see it's just this long entry in the middle. So I'm not a fan of this because when you walk in immediately, the bed's in your way. They also, again, they did a smart job staging this to where the bed isn't jutting out too much and not making it feel like it's a small room, but no matter how you orient this bed, it's gonna be the first thing you have to walk around when you come into the bedroom. So it's a pretty tight primary bedroom in my viewpoint. So something to, and it's not even because the room is small, it's because of how they orient. Usually you'll come in from a corner with the door to your primary bedroom. So wherever you orient the bed is kind of far away from the entrance and you have a clear path. This one, not so much. So just something to consider, not a deal breaker, but something to think about. If feng shui is important to you, as it is to me. So we have a single sink in the guest bathroom, same as the other home, right? Washer, dryer, it's kind of off to the side here. Whoa, and there's a step in this model home. They're trying to kill me. So we have natural light coming in the utility room. That's fantastic. Kind of a bummer you're not getting any from either bathroom. I just was giving Brookfield compliments, and both bathrooms in this model, you're not getting natural light. Here's guest bedroom number 1. And guest bedroom number 2. I would add fans. Typically, builders wire them for fans, so it's easy to install yourself afterwards. Just something to think about. I'd love to hear what you guys think of these condo homes, these urban homes. What are your pros and cons? What do you like and dislike? Do you really value a big backyard and these wouldn't do it for you? Or are you all about just getting the lowest price possible while being in a great community and taking advantage of what the community has to offer? Put in the comments below what's important to you. And please remember, it doesn't matter if you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, or schedule a Zoom call. Be happy to help you with your next move into or out of Easton Park. Until next time, I hope to see you around the neighborhood.